There's a point in everybody's life where they feel like crap, they sound a little bit like a man, and their hair looks like it was run over by some giant piece of machinery because they spent all day in bed being sick. But they have to refilm the vlog that they filmed 3 times yesterday because the sound wasn't working very well with a microphone that their roommate lends them. That time will come one day for you too. But it's also come for me today. There's really no way to make this look better. First off, Holly, I wanted to say that your intro made me really, really happy because I've never had that many people say hello to me before. And that was really amazing. I wish I could do the same to you, but I'm home alone. Except for the plumbers that are working on the shower upstairs, and they don't want to be involved in this. So yesterday I had this job interview, and thank God it was yesterday because today... But I was sitting there thinking on my way to the interview how much it reminded me of D&D. So I'd like to create a segment called Let's Compare It to D&D. Except for we can work on the name. How interviews are like D&D. You have yourself, and you have your foe. You are just your tiny little self, and your foe is a giant enemy that has to be beaten. And so, you go in for an interview. And you have your weapons, like, for me, I'm a graphic designer, so I have to bring along my portfolio. And it has its own modifiers. And you also have your own modifiers, experience and whatnot. When you get to a basic interview, you have to roll a skill check to see if you're going to get a second interview. I rolled an 11 right now, but yesterday when I filmed this, I rolled a 19, so we're going to go with that. You roll high enough, higher than your interviewee's AC, then you get called back for a second interview, in which case you get to roll damage. I'm going to set the bobblehead down. I'm rolling a D12 because I'd like to think I'm a really great graphic designer, so second interview, I rolled a 10. Yesterday I rolled a 12, so we'll just go with the 12. That would be a pretty good strike, in that I would get either a third interview or I would be hired at that interview because I rolled so highly. Even rolling a 10 was really good. Also, I'm really glad interviews don't work that way because I'd much rather get a job based on my skills rather than the roll of a dice. Unless I was interviewing for a job at a comic book store. In which case, maybe that'd be appropriate. John Green was the foe because he was the only thing that was right back there that was not a book. Anyway, maybe we can keep little segments like that around, as well as add in challenges. I'm too sick to figure out what you should do your next video, but you can do that yourself because you're not sick, and maybe your mind isn't crazy. I'll leave you with that. See you next week, Holly. I'm going to leave you with a little clip of me rolling the dice yesterday. I'm going to roll with a D10 to do damage, and I rolled a 12, so obviously that was a D12. I wasn't exactly counting sides.